Hey, what's up guys, Bajheera here. Good morning. Again, it's around 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, and instead of starting the day with a live stream, I'm actually probably just going to go work out because I'm kind of hungry. You guys, I don't know if you guys do this too, but like, I like to go work out when I'm like, not like hungry like I need to eat, but like, just about like at the time where you could either make the decision to eat or go work out. And that's when I take my little pre-workout stuff, because they recommend that you take it on a relatively empty stomach, and that's what I've been doing for a long time. So now I've just sort of gotten in the habit of, you know, getting something for breakfast, letting that digest for like an hour or two, and then start drinking the pre-workout, and then get to the gym. That's pretty much what makes me have the best workouts. I don't have a lot of food sitting in my stomach, so I can like work really, really hard without feeling like I'm gonna throw up or anything. Never actually thrown up during a workout, even when I was a runner. Sometimes people like puke when they do really hard workouts. Never really did that. And that's good because I hate throwing up. So never really throw up during a workout, but yep. Feeling pretty good, but the timing is such that I'm probably gonna have to go work out today before I start the live stream. I feel like my camera is like a little, I can see it right here. I'm looking at it right now, and it's like a little bit off kilter. Yeah, there's the green screen. You guys are asking me about the green screen, if I've gotten it yet, and the answer is yes, I have the green screen. I haven't really used it a whole lot yet. We tried it out on one live stream just to test it, make sure it worked, and it does work. I have to have the reason I don't use it all the time is because like I have to have all these lights like set up just barely off camera, so you can't see the lights. But I have the lights here, and I have the green screen like right behind me, so like it's literally like probably touching my chair almost. It's just close enough that I don't, like, if I lean back I don't hit it or anything. But so I have to play in this like really, really tight green warm box. So I'm not gonna use it all the time because it's a little bit uncomfortable. However, when I will use it is when Swifty and I decide to hang out. It's just tough because I think that we are on different schedules, and like we both like want to collaborate. It's just kind of like we're not like really like, okay, we need to set a time. We're kind of just like, when are we gonna do something? And then we're like, I don't know, probably sometime soon. And it's like, yeah, probably. And we just don't really get anything done. So I think what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna get my workout done in the earlier part of the day, and then see if Swifty's up for maybe just doing some battlegrounds on live or something. I'm talking like just see if my buddy Swifty. I mean, like, it's still a pretty big deal. We haven't really collaborated before, but he has decided that he wanted to collaborate enough that he actually decided to buy me the green screen. And if this guy's gonna get me a green screen, I damn well ought to start doing some battlegrounds with him or something. I just think that something like BGs on live would be cool, because then maybe even we can get some of you guys in there, throw some heals, and raise some havoc, wreck some BGs. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Seems like Swifty's a pretty cool guy. Really, I mean, we know that Swifty's a badass. I mean, sounds like it's something like just doing some normal BGs would be right up his alley. I know he's been playing a lot of beta. My personal problem with beta, as fun as it is that I have a really hard time getting into battlegrounds. It takes like 30-minute queues, and even then you don't even get in. And like recently I've been disconnecting a lot on beta, which makes me kind of like about playing it. I want them to fix their shit. I want more people to hit level 90, and then maybe we'll talk beta. But right now I don't feel like sitting around for 30 minutes dueling and just sitting like that's okay. So I love WoW. I really do. It's like one of my favorite games, but I cannot stand, especially when I'm live streaming, I cannot stand just sitting around doing nothing. I always want to be doing something. Arena is definitely my favorite thing, but like 3v3, you have to have everybody on at the same time. And for me, like, I'll play with anybody, but like what I'd like to do is like, I realized this the other day when I was playing League of Legends, is that I was treating it like a game where I'm like really excited about it and really excited to practice and make progress. And I realized I hadn't really had that feeling about WoW recently, like the progression aspect, like sitting down and just doing threes all night just to get better at threes no matter what happens to your rating. Like recently I've been playing threes to get like footage and have fun, of course, but like the intention of improving myself and getting better hasn't really been there. It hasn't really been exciting. I haven't really seen like the reason. And part of it is just because I've been playing a lot of WoW. Part of it is because at this point in the season there's just not much going on. The season has been out for way too long, and I don't know if they're gonna bring out Mr. Pandaria soon. I mean, honestly, I don't think the worst thing in the world would be just to release like another raid, like even if it's just like really short raid. Maybe something like going around to the different continents of the world, and like Jenny and I were at dinner the other night, and I was telling her like we could do something like not like her and I, but I mean, like, seems like Blizzard could easily institute something like so the Cataclysm's over, we've destroyed Deathwing, but maybe like the elements are still unrested or something. So you go over to like every continent in Azeroth, including like you could even go to the BC area and clean up like maybe angry elementals of some element or some sort of creature that is like distinctive of that zone, and you just defeat that and get your raid loots and stuff, and you have like maybe like a 4 or 5 boss raid where you just teleport around the world like on the wings of an eagle. Oh no, like on like a dragon or something, or who knows? You just get teleported around and do some like elemental cleanup or something. I don't know much about PvE, but it doesn't seem like that's very difficult to institute, and it seems like, I mean, it might be cool. You get some elemental gear, it can be all flashy. You got stuff on your gear, they'd look cool. And then if they instituted that sort of thing, like a sort of like a cleanup of the Cataclysm raid, you could have like another PvP season. It's not that hard. All you do is just make new gear that looks a little bit different, and like put improved stats on it, and then you've got a whole other arena season that would hopefully give more people a reason to play, because that's another reason why I'm not really enjoying arena so much, is because there's just hardly anybody queuing. And as much, I mean, I love arena, but I don't like to queue into the same triple DPS over and over and over all night. That makes me not want to play. It makes me, I mean, like, you can do things that you can improve your gameplay against triple DPS, but it's just not, it's not satisfying gameplay to queue into triple DPS, because sometimes you win, but sometimes you make one mistake and you lose, or sometimes their triple DPS scumbag comp gets crits and then you lose just because they crit. It's just not, like, I know that WoW PvP gets a lot of shit for not being balanced, and I'm not mad that it's not balanced, because I understand that it's a really complex game with a lot of different things involved, and especially this particular PvP season, there's lots of RNG things as a result of PvE gear. And I'm one of, I mean, I use it. I'm one of the scumbags who uses the Girthalak and the Bone Link. I gem Resilience and wear 2 PvE items, and that's okay. I mean, like, alright, I understand, it's just part of the game. But, it is kind of frustrating when you get up against things that, even if you play well, like one mistake will cost you, or just something that's not even in your control will cost you. And now, the occasional triple DPS I can deal with, but it seems like, once you hit like 2K or even just 2.1K, which is not really that high in my experience. I've only been playing you know, WoW for 3 seasons now, but this season by far has the sparsest amount of arena teams queuing above like, or at like 2.1K. You only, in my experience, I only play like 1 or 2 teams at even 2.1K, and it's just not that high. And I know that, like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm just so highly rated, I can't even get queues anymore. Oh, I'm not trying to be like that, but I'm saying, like, I want to play the game, but I want to play the game, like, I want to have some variety involved. And it's tough for WoW, because WoW is a multiplayer game, and a lot for, you know, a big part of it, for at least the way I play it, relies on other players. I need other players to queue up for arena. I need other players to queue up for BGs, in order to have, you know, the kind of fun with the game that I like to have. And with arena, which is definitely 3v3 arena, is hands down my favorite thing about the game. It's just that there's certain aspects about 3v3 arena that make it not as enjoyable as it used to be. And I think that a lot of it has to do with people just not being interested in the game anymore. They're playing other games. I mean, I'm playing League of Legends, of course, but I mean, like, I still like to log on WoW and try some 3s every once in a while, but it just is, my experience is pretty similar every time I try to play. So people give me a hard time about playing like low MMR, but at low MMR you have a lot of fun, you have a lot of different teams to queue against, and you can play sort of out of the ordinary, not quite as viable comps like Man Cleave, and you can just have a blast with your friends, and that's cool and all. But I really was thinking the other day, like just yesterday, I was thinking, you know what? I haven't really been on like a team, like a high-rated team where I can really sort of push myself and try to improve as a gamer. And if I did play at like 2.3K MMR, I'd probably be pretty damn rusty. Like, I do cool stuff. I still make really cool plays every once in a while. Well, not every once in a while. I'm sort of selling myself short. I mean, I feel like I'm a pretty good player. I have a lot to learn and I have a lot to sharpen in my game. But I mean, like, I feel like I probably would be pretty damn rusty if I tried to go into really high-rated arena right now. I mean, I do okay, but like, it's just, there's not a lot of incentive to play WoW in a serious way. Like, I know it's a video game, and like, I never want to take video games too seriously. But I mean, just today, like this morning, I was watching some of the arenas that I used to do with Sacred Heels. That was probably my best. It's probably my best arena team I've ever been on. Certainly my highest rated arena team I've ever been on, with Sacred Heels and Arthero. We had really good synergy. All of our personalities meshed well together. Our playstyles meshed well together, and it was a really good feeling. And it was a really cool experience. But like right now, even playing with my friends who are all really good, like playing with Fappy, and I played with Fappy. We used to play with his buddy Flix, who is a Resto Shaman. I mean, it's just really frustrating to play even at just like 2.1K MMR. And so I do things like play 2s with Blood Soap, which isn't like the highest rated arena matches in the world, but they're fun. It's just like playing with a friend, and I like that a lot. I do like playing WoW in a casual way, because it definitely fits better with my like schedule, with what I do. Because I have like, I don't want to like make it seem like I'm like working myself to the bone here, making videos and playing video games for a living. But I mean, like, you still have to do stuff. You still have to like, I mean, it's not the most grueling work in the world, physically or mentally. But I mean, in order to have this like pay like a low-paying job, you got to put a lot of time into it. And so there might be some times where I got to work on videos. Like, I really need to make sure I get my my productivity, keep that productivity up rather than just playing video games. And even though live streaming is good, like, sometimes it's hard to stay on like a particular schedule. But that being said, just haven't been doing a lot of threes. But I think it would be pretty cool. I was watching those videos and I'm like, man, you know what? Might have to get back into playing WoW and keep. A lot of this isn't really like okay. I'm gonna give you some advice because I'm gonna talk about it in a specific, like, talk about my specific case and talk about just giving advice in general. So when you want to make a change, you need to be the driving force of that change. A lot of times I find myself sort of maybe even just I don't want to say stagnating, but doing pretty much the same thing and expecting things to gradually get better and better, and things will work themselves out. And to a large extent, that's true. I'm going to give you an example. Like, if I tell myself, if I continue to work hard at this YouTube channel and continue to work hard with live streaming, it will continue to grow and things will go well. And for the most part, that is absolutely 100% true. But if you want to make real progress, you need the you need the change to come from yourself. So I have to keep working harder. I have to keep making sure I get out the big videos that you guys enjoy, like the Fury of Arms stuff. Good news about the Fury of Arms is yesterday I got it pretty much all the way edited. So there's like a couple phases. There's the recording, there's the arranging, which is finding what order I want the clips to be in, and maybe even lining that up with music for the most part. That includes, like, getting the cuts in the clips, getting all the clips. Like, if I want to do slow-mo or like instant replay style, I got to do that. And then like the step after that is the zooming and the effects and stuff. And for the most part, I feel like I got the zooming and the effects done. And now the last step pretty much is the commentary. So we're right at the end here of the Fury of Arms production. So pretty soon I'll be able to get that out to you. I think I'll have that out in the next few days. Like I said, today I'm probably going to go work out after I finish this vlog and get this uploaded. I'm going to go work out, then I'm going to come home and live stream for a little bit, because we didn't even stream at all yesterday. We had to take the kitties to the vet and run some errands, and the kitties are fine. It's just like they have, they're still really young, so they got to get their shots and stuff. But we had to take them to the vet, run some more errands, and then I wanted to make sure and get a lot of time editing this Fury of Arms video, so we didn't really get to stream yesterday. So I definitely want to make sure and stream today, because I miss hanging out with you guys on the stream. But yeah. So you need to be the driving force of your own change, and one of the things I'm talking about here, and one of the ways that you can sort of have your situation be different for you, is to just change your perspective. Just change your perspective on it. If I'm going to try to play WoW, just have it be fun, then it'll be that way. But my actions will be affected by my mindset. So if I'm just like, just for fun, then I'll go in there and play man cleave at 1800 MMR and have a lot of fun, but I won't really get what I want out of it. So if my mindset is going to be to like play WoW in like a way where I improve myself as a player, there's a second aspect that I need to consider, which is and I would suggest you guys consider as well. If you're playing just to win, if that's all you're doing, then you will likely get frustrated. If you play a warrior, at least. As a warrior player, if I take arena seriously and find losing to be the opposite of what I'm trying to do, then I will get frustrated and discouraged by playing arena, because there's a lot of ways that you can lose as a warrior. Rogues shut down warriors, and they're the strongest class at the moment, very popular, and they have legendaries. So if you're playing only to win, you're going to be frustrated. If you are playing to improve, if you're going to take losses as a necessary part, as an expected part of your process, then you might have a little bit more fun. If you say, you know what, I lost, gotta make sure to go every shadow dance, intervene to my healer. If the rogue's on them, if they're going to make switches to my healer, intervene that shadow dance, disarm. It's not like that complicated, but it's those sorts of things that will make you have a different experience in-game. What will make you have a different experience just as a person is changing your mindset. Having a more, open mindset, having a more, this is just what happens, let's go with it mindset is going to help you out a lot. And it's going to help you out a lot in your life. And as funny as it is, I make a lot of these sort of observations just through video games. And you guys are gamers. People a lot of times just think that we're, wasting our time on video games. But there are things to be learned from video games. And I think one of these things is a moment of clarity that I had just yesterday, just realizing while I'm playing League of Legends. I'm playing by myself. I'm just queuing in to regular matches just to level up. And even though things get really shitty, I always just say, you know what? I'm just going to play my own game. I'm just going to do my thing up here at top lane. Try to do my best. If my team is, feeding or whatever, that's just what happens. I'm going to try to do the things that I can do to improve myself as a player in-game and just, with my own skills. And have that sort of, come as it may, still going to do my best attitude is really, really helpful. Something that's helpful in general. And I released that 2v2 arena video today called Stay Positive. And that's something that I take seriously in my life and in gaming for sure. If you're going to be really down and negative, especially if you're going to be on a 3v3 team, if somebody's really, really negative on your team, it's going to suck. It's not going to be very much fun to play because losing is part of the game. And if every loss somebody's going to get really down, or if in the middle of an arena match somebody gets really, really frustrated, and it can drag your team down. And I know I love Fappy, but he does this too. He can get pretty frustrated. But by the same token, if sometimes Fappy, if he keeps a positive attitude and if he just rolls with it, then things go great, and that's what happens, man. I mean, it's a very, very observable trend. And if you can be that positive force for your arena team and try to keep everybody's attitudes pretty high even through losses, just understand it's part of the process. And you're going to queue up arena, and you're going to play, and you're going to try and just get better. And it's rough sometimes because, especially when I'm live streaming, if we lose a couple games, the live stream, everybody's like, oh no, everybody gets all down, and everybody starts, suggesting things that we do otherwise, or suggest that we just do BGs or just do something else. I mean, I understand that, like, people want to see us win, people want to see us be successful, and I want to win and be successful, but at the same time, losing well, I mean, learning from losses, just putting in practice, being mindful of what's going on, learning from these things, that's helpful too. That is progress. That is success. And it's just a different kind of success. It's more of like an investment rather than like an immediate return. Whereas you're going to put in the work. It's even if it's like not as much fun as you'd like it to be all the time, putting in work is worthwhile. And then if you're lucky enough, you can find something like what I've found here with this YouTubing and live streaming for a living. Don't make a ton of money. I'm not getting rich off of this, but I'm having a lot of fun pretty much all the time. It's something I genuinely enjoy. It's not always easy though, because you do have to sort of like psych yourself up to do some of these videos, like the Fury of Arms video. It's a long process. These videos do take quite a long time, especially with the commentary. I mean, I gotta get all jazzed up to be Fury Bajheera, man. I gotta get serious and crank this commentary out. It has to be funny too. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's a little bit of work. But at the end of it all, it's really enjoyable, and with the right attitude, the process is definitely enjoyable. So I'm just sort of sharing some thoughts with you. You guys know how these vlogs go. I can eventually just talk for 20 whole minutes about 3v3 arena and what I'm thinking about it. But why not? It's a Bajheera vlog. That's what these things are. And past couple days I've been thinking, you know what? I haven't really taken arena seriously in a while. What can I do to change that? And it's just to have a better attitude, perhaps. Just go in there, understand you're going to lose, and if that's part of the game, I mean, people can get disheartened, but I mean, you just gotta do your best, and there are certain things that I can do to improve the gameplay. But I mean, like, at the same time, I feel like with nobody queuing, it's kind of rough. So perhaps we can consider another season, Blizz. Another one, maybe clean up some elementals from Cataclysm. Maybe we can have like maybe 4 more raid bosses. Maybe if we can have another season, that'd be really good. Anyway, I'm gonna go work out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me rambling for 20 whole minutes, and hopefully you guys will coming out with me on the live stream later on today. We're doing great, guys. The channel is growing. We're almost at 44,000 subscribers. It's crazy mode, but we're doing great, and I'm really, really proud. So thank you so much for your continued support. You guys are the absolute best. And peace!